Good afternoon. Alrighty then. I did say I would start at 4, but yeah, I'm a few minutes early, so I will just hang out, and I guess those that are wanting to come in will come in when they can. But in any case, I'm present and on time. I hear kids on the stairs. I know some of you all have started school for this year. Some of you are waiting until September, and yeah, some of you have never stopped schooling. So, in any case, I'm sure everybody is busy, and I don't want to say overwhelmed. Hopefully, nobody is overwhelmed already, but I know the feeling. I can relate. I can totally relate to that. Sometimes, I tell people, not just starting out, but every year, it just seems like you know what you're doing, but when the time comes, things just don't go as planned. And it's okay, though. It's okay. What happens is you have to reset. The kids grow, and their maturity, increases, and you just have to go with the flow. You may become less needed, and things that you had in mind to, discuss and talk about and learn about is no longer a need because they don't really need assistance. And that's fine. That just shows growth. That completely shows growth. So don't panic. But some days, yeah, you fly by the seat of your pants. I was sitting there thinking about that the other day. I'm just flying by the seat of my pants. And, when I hear people say I don't know what I'm doing, I believe them. I believe them. Because I have days like that. I don't know what I'm doing. And I tell you guys, that's the reason why I pray. Because I don't know what I'm doing. From one day to the next. Alright, excuse me. I am my thing for ice, y'all. I'm not biting ice, but yeah, something cold. I do ice and water to keep away from caffeine. So, yeah. Planner. Okay. I'm going to address something straight up. I did share a couple of days ago the Good and the Beautiful planner, and I'm just searching my vicinity. I think it's right here. I just don't see it. Hold on. Where did I put that thing? just for reference sake, I'm just going to hold it. Here it is. All right. So, whew, I did share this walkthrough with you all. Hi there, Daisha. Okay, I shared this walkthrough with you all. And I also shared with you all a few weeks back the recollections. All right. Now, me being my personality, I have to always follow up on things. I don't like to leave you all hanging on things. And so right here, I put it out there because I had not seen anybody share when this thing went for pre-order. And very popular video of mine. And so I had people questions also on the specs, the details, and this, that, and other, because there was really nothing on the site. I bought it blind. I'm not ignorant, but I did buy it blind. And I took that into consideration, just like anything else. And when I did the walkthrough the other day, I disclosed I took it straight out of the package. I didn't do anything but peek inside of it before I actually filmed. But before I did anything, I looked at it carefully and I started taking pictures because I noticed some flaws. And I'm like, okay, what am I going to do with this? Yeah. All right. So me, I'm going to get on the, I was going to say get on the phone, but you can't get on the phone. Contact the company. Okay. Let them know, hey, it arrived. It's here. The physical thing is it's in my possession. I'm reaching out because it's defected. Okay. You guys know that planner was $25. My recollections planner, you can get it, they're $29, but you can get them for $10 and even $15. Okay. So again, I went in blind with this thing. I did contact and find out the details that they did not disclose in the listing for the planner when it went up for sale, because I wanted to know myself. Aside from that, just like anything I buy or anything anybody buys, I mean, you're going to take a chance with it because you just don't know unless it's something you have purchased before and you know the quality of it. So, again, I wasn't ignorant to that fact that I might not like it. It might not work. It looked good. I said when I purchased it, I was willing to try something new. Okay. So I'm fast forward, taking the pictures, emailing my concern, about the defective planner. I left out all of my personal, what I took, my impressions. The video had nothing to do with it. You may like it, to each his own. It may work for you. The little things I pointed out, with the placement of things, the paper, the picture of the church. I think that's also very important because some of you, there's a lot of controversy on the religious aspect. Very subtle detail, but that could have been left out too, in my opinion. All right. So I'm following the chain of command on this thing. And I'm watching how this plays out. And in my head, I already know the response I'm going to get. And I got a lot of, feedback just on between the videos and the what do you call it? Instagram posts. The quality has deteriorated in their, material and such. And, I'm like, wow. And I hear things, but again, I keep an open mind. The good and the beautiful. Okay. The good and the beautiful. That curriculum that everybody has, that's got everybody up in the tizzy. That's got people in cliques. you know, that's what it is. They came out with this planner. I also share with you guys that it's also available PDF download for $12. Okay, I'm gonna get to that in a minute. It was not a big deal to spend the $25, but in my opinion, straight away, it was overpriced. It was straight up. And I kind of knew their MO because I know how the company works. The quality of the stuff is fluff. It looks good, but is it worth it? In my opinion, no. And I've heard that. I'm not going to sugarcoat it because I've heard it a lot. $10? $10. $10. I would say 10, honestly. Okay, so contacting, you know, following the chain of command, contacting the people and things like that. I'm going to answer that, what attracted me. I'm going to get to that. What happened? Like I said, the response I already had in my head. I just didn't want to disclose it when I did that video because I don't like to put opinions in other people's heads. I just wanted to keep my impression, you know, or my opinion to myself. You know, I don't know. It's a dialogue, you know, after the fact, okay? So, in short, I'm not going to sit here and read the email, but in short, a lot of the things that I have heard about their products being less than and high priced, even though, you know, some of that stuff is free and whatnot, they knowingly sold these printers or these planners after they came back from the printer defected because they had to recoup the cost of the damaged. Because what I got was, oh, they were all damaged. So you knowingly sold a faulty product. Y'all, that's not good business at all. I'm sorry. I don't care what it is. That's just not good. And I don't know anybody that would not. I don't know anybody that would be happy about purchasing something that was defective and not having the situation rectified. Do I want another one? No. No. Because after I got this one in my hand, no. But the point is, you flat out told me, oh, they came back from the printer like this. So instead of trying to recoup your reputation by, okay, let me lower the price because they're damaged, obviously. They're flawed. What they did was try to hurry up and put this thing together using cheap materials and cheap labor and stuff like that. And so it came out botched. And somebody said that in one of my comments. They should have just left it PDF. Oh, and if we decide, so it was a limited quantity because you guys know it costs to put these things out. We may take this into consideration. Are we going to see these things again? I bet you after this live chat, no. And I did say that they could improve on it. You know, I kind of mentioned some things, and I left my personal, you know, my personal opinion of the thing has nothing to do with it, where how the stuff is laid out, this, that, and the other. But the response, they didn't address anything related to that. Oh, I'm sorry, you're unhappy, you didn't like it. Not that I mean, what I like about the planner and what I did in the details have nothing to do with the planner being defective itself. That's what I wanted addressed. And nobody that email went through addressed that. So I'm like, that's just poor. It's PP planning. That's what that's called. I don't know, you guys. I really I'm just so beside that stuff. That's why I don't know what attracted me. Okay, it was something new. Mom created, you know, I'm thinking maybe, you know, because most of the times the moms have a a kind of a unique handle on things and how they lay things out. And so that's in my head, because I've always said I like mom created curriculum. Again, I don't use the curriculum because I noticed some things just in the language arts portion that I didn't agree with. I don't like certain things, and I'm like, I don't even see how people use this, the sounding out of the words. I don't understand. It doesn't make sense. You're making too many sounds for one word, and I'm like, who? I don't know. I've just never seen it done like that, and it does. I've even tried it. It just doesn't make sense. So, that's just my opinion. But again, it was something new, and I thought that I'm gonna give it a try and see what it's like. I didn't have any reviews or anything to go on, so it's just something new, just like anything else. You see something out and you give it a try. If you don't like it, you don't like it. I'm not. It was a good idea, planners are out there, but based on the fact that I got the response that they came back from the printer like this, and you went ahead and sold them. If I was to put out something and it was damaged, I'm not going to sell it. I would have to eat it, as bad as it seems, because I put my money into it. I would have to eat it, because that's just not good. That just turns that ruins your reputation to put out a bad product. Those are all great points. Thank you for sharing. So, to me, all they care about is the money. Okay? And if you guys can't see that, I don't know what to tell you, but they don't care about the curriculum. They don't care about the people. Their company is not for the people. It's for the money. And that's sad, because they need people to support them. You all are dependent on them to, help educate, the children and things like that. And you put your money somewhere, and you want at least something, and I don't know. What did I say? I don't know. I could try to bend the thing or something. You guys look at this. Look, okay? I mean, seriously? Seriously. They telling me to get some pliers and all kind of junk. What kind of mess is that? I gave you my money for a product. It's defective, and you want me to get some pliers. What the flip? Who does that? Be careful with it. And so when I watch these reviews on this stuff and all of this, and you guys, they're not that giving, okay? They're not that giving. I'm telling you. When I reached out to so-and-so, they're not giving. They're not a giving company, okay? I showed you guys a receipt for a reason. They're not giving anything up. They're too cheap. So them reviews, I reached out. No, you bought it. Especially if something as small as this. Now, it was limited. They don't have any more. I haven't seen anybody else with it. I want to see, because, they put them out there and I know they sold. So I want to see somebody else with it. I would like to see, it's not up for discussion. I just want to see, are they having the same issue? Anybody that ordered one pre-ordered, they should be in by now. So I'm just curious to see how many, and see how other people are using it. Like I said, everybody has their own way of using things. I don't know. Somebody might figure out how to fix the thing, if they truly are defective. Somebody might find out the perfect pen to use with it. I don't know. Somebody did. I mentioned gel pens. Somebody commented and asked me, do you honestly think a gel pen would work? Honestly, I think it would ghost, because I showed you my hand underneath that paper. So it's just that thin. So if you're worried about ghosting, don't use a pen. And I use Ticonderoga pencils. And that's probably the only pencil I would use. I always pencil in things first and then write over it, because I wouldn't want it to smudge on that paper. Excuse me. Three and Done says, I am very against the company and their business practices, but it's fun to see what other parents are buying. Yeah, I just, I observe, and I don't, I'm not trying to, I'm not looking down on anybody, but, it is what it is. I don't like sugar-coated reviews. I don't like, don't, man, don't, if they're watching or not, that business is business. If something is not good, don't say it's good just so you can get the brownie points. Okay, because everything is not good. People go out every day and argue with people over pennies or, little bit of nothing. But when it comes to certain things, they want to fall in the ranks. Like I said, this company has caused families to become cliquish on here. And it's crazy. It's like I don't even want to say it, but y'all know where I'm going with this. Y'all know where I'm going. Anywho, my expectation, again, I was blind. I did not expect all of this. Maybe one, little thing, but for the thing to be falling apart, I haven't even, I put it in the drawer. After I did the thing, I put it in the drawer. I haven't even touched it, and the cover's coming off. So, yeah. I'm just, I don't know. I have no idea. I'm not stressing over it because I do have my other ones, and I didn't show you guys, but I do have that other recollection planner. It's not the end of the world. Like I said, it just ends in, the thing starts in May or July. Yeah, they start in July. They're undated, but they start in July, and I needed something for June, and for June too. So the smaller one with the pencil and the, what is it? The pencil and the ruler. Hey, Miss T. I have that one too. I did think ahead. I just never showed you guys. But I do have that one. Because I figured worst case scenario, I can just use that one too. Next year, they'll have a new cover. I don't know. But, yeah. I do have that one. Because when I went to the store and I started looking, they didn't have but a couple of them. So I just snatched it. And I said, if I really don't want it, I thought about doing the giveaway or just taking it back. But I went ahead and got it because they were real cheap anyways. So, and y'all, money is not, I could have went Erin Condren. Money was not the motivation at all. But looking at a major company versus a little mom and pop operation, and they charging $25 for something that's defective. Guys, I'm just, be very careful if you have this thing. Watch your kids. That coil is what's bothering me the most. That coil where it's cut is dangerous. So, yeah, just be careful with that. But it is what it is. If you guys did not see this impressions, go back and watch it. Go back and watch it, and yeah, I'm not trying to influence anybody. I'm just letting you know the experience, the customer service, and all that, because y'all know for real, I don't know anybody that's going to go through this and tell you what somebody told you, customer service, because they're worried about their reputation. Oh, well, they're not going to like me. Them people, I paid my money. They didn't send me that for free. I bought that sucker. So you're not paying me to say that it's good and it's not good and it's not beautiful. I'm not doing it. I'm sorry. I'm an EC girl. Unfortunately, the micro planner is always sold out in my store. Girl, yes. Yes, that's why I said I had to look, and we have several stores around here, but if I see that the quantity is low, then I'm gonna go ahead and get it. That way I don't have to second guess it, because I'm telling you, I can go back the next day and it won't be there. So my friend purchased their curriculum. She was trying to talk me into buying it. No, ma'am, I wasn't impressed. I don't buy because everyone else does. Yes, I shade to that. I can't, y'all. I love my money. I could $25. I could have, man. That's $25 in the trash. What I'm thinking is I might take it and uncoil it and take it and get it bound again. I thought about now what I am getting ready to do. Hey, if you bought the downloadable, take it to Office Max and let them coil and bind it for you. On a different paper. Okay, make sure you get some good paper. That's what you do. Get some good paper. Get the paper you want. So I thought about that, but then again, with the paper, it's really not worth it. It's still going to cost me more, and I already spent that money for this thing. So it's just going to sit there. I don't know. It's driving me crazy. Let's see. Hey, 3 and done. I haven't figured out how to make people name red. Oh, okay. A lot of people are switching from the good and the beautiful. Very typical. Yeah, like I said, yeah, a lot of people switch, but a lot of people don't say why, and a lot of people don't really share their full, experience. I haven't seen any growth. I like to look for growth. Everybody says they use things, but where's the growth that actually came from using this particular, product or curriculum or material? What was the purpose? Just because you needed something? What areas did it actually, help you? If this thing had actually organized my life and I liked the flow and all of that, hey. But as it stands, if I open that thing up and try to use it, it's already falling apart. It's going to continue to fall apart. So get some pliers. Y'all, get some pliers. That just took the cake. You want me to damage something that's already damaged because you screwed up. Man. It's just like, when you go out to eat and you order something to eat and it's not right, you send it back. So for anybody that's in here shaking their head, you should be shaking your head, because in essence, I'm right. You sent me a faulty product and you claimed it. You claim it. That's just the worst. That just tells me they have there's no integrity there. No integrity whatsoever. It's like a person lying to you for your money. So from now on, just like I used to be, I mean, not that I relaxed my guard, but I'm very guarded about what I buy. I don't watch to see what everybody's buying. I don't let that influence me. I don't do that at all, because I just don't want to be disappointed like that. And I felt I had to come back and put this out there for those of you, that are interested and that do understand and value honest opinion, because I don't want to see anybody else disappointed like this. It was just uncalled for. Totally uncalled for. And the fact that, I bought the thing, this is my channel, I could put it out there. Maybe if they had sent the thing to me, I probably would have made it public. I would have just kept it between us and just communicated among us, because I always reach out to people and say, hey, let's work this out. But they not paying me. So, yeah. Girl, they wrong for that. Get some pliers. Girl, yes. Like I said, it's in the email. Yeah, in the emails. And it's like, in my head, I'm picturing the responses because I'm emailing. I wait a little while. I get a response back. One person. Next time, it's a different person. It's like they in there collaborating, trying to figure out the next story, what they going to tell me next to do. Well, we got to run it past this person. You didn't do that yesterday or the day before? Why you got to run it past them when you already responded to my email? Because what happened was they saw that I was not letting down my guard. I was going to ride this thing out. I wanted an answer. And I'm not necessarily, like I said from the beginning, I knew I was not going to get the answer I wanted. But that wasn't what it was about. I wanted to let them know that you can't take people money like that. It's wrong. If you knew the product was faulty, you should have lowered the price. Better yet, you shouldn't even sold them. It's the good and the beautiful. The same company that puts out that curriculum. It's got, see, the front of the planner doesn't have it just says the good and the beautiful. Let me see if you guys can see. Yeah. It just says it up here, but the back has the back has the logo. So that's what you guys are most familiar looking for. Like I said, you can go through and look at the impressions, but it's been in the drawer. You see the thing coming apart. Y'all, I can't make this stuff up. Oh, goodness gracious. So, yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know. I might have to. I hate to. I don't even want to donate that because of that coil. That's just, because it's dangerous. I just feel responsible not to give that to somebody that, I mean, if somebody said, can I have it, and they know what's wrong with it, okay, but I don't want to just say, well, I'm not going to use it. Let me go drop it off at the Goodwill or at the thrift store or something, because that coil is out and somebody might not pay attention to that detail like I did. So I can't just, it's just going to sit there. I don't know. But again, I don't think they're going to be rolling them out again, because what happened is I think that they priced them too high and it cost them so much to print and it wasn't even worth it. So it was a trial. Okay, it was a prototype, and they found out it was too much. After the idea was good, but they found out it was too much to print them. So, yeah, I don't know. The company, but everything I heard about those of you that use the readers, that was the same thing I kept hearing about the readers. They said the readers are not strong enough to withstand multiple children reading those things multiple times. The coils and the pages can come out so easily. So I just thought that just struck me as just the same thing as with that planner. So why is everybody still are they just overlooking it? They don't care? So I don't know. So, but y'all, if the thing, somebody gave me something free from there, I still wouldn't want it. I appreciate the experience. Yeah, I appreciate the experience of being able to, go through that, and never again. Never again. Okay, old bummer. Yeah. Never again. But in any case, I'm good with my recollections planner, guys. I didn't. Man, that was a whole lot. Yeah. Like I said, I just didn't expect it. But this other one is working fine, and I seem to have tweaked it, to the best of my ability. It seems to work. The pages I didn't necessarily need, they're not a problem. I just figured out something else to do with them, and it's sufficient. And I can't complain and say, oh, well, they should have put it's a teacher planner. They needed to put June in there. You can't cater to me, Don't, um, we do what we need. Now, if I could have catered this other one and fixed it, fine. But if you gonna send it to me because I didn't like it, but you send it to me like that, oh no. And what is that? Like I said, I could tuck it to the store and had it fixed up the way I want it, with a nice cover and nice coil and yeah, all kind of nice paper. But ain't nobody about that life. Oh boy. So I'm just trying to use what I have, and like I said, it's working so far. I haven't had any pen bleeds or anything major. I've even had to I took a sticker out. It didn't damage it in any way, and even if it did, I did it. I'm not that picky on stuff. And I hope I'm just not coming across. I hope I'm not coming across like that, but I'm not that picky. I'm not nitpicky. This is just something. It's a valid reason. This is my first year ordering curriculum, second year homeschooling. Timberlittle makes sense. Wow, yeah, Timberlittle has some nice things. Nice. So, yeah, cool deal. But you guys, I always use planners anyway, a home planner and stuff like that, and I always use the Franklin Covey. Okay, you guys know those suckers are expensive. So again, the money had nothing to do with it. But if I don't have to spend a whole lot of money for something and it just does what it needs to do, I can use a spiral. Then I'll do that. I don't. It's not a big deal. I'm doing that with the kids. I write their stuff down in a little spiral so they can see what they have to do. But I need to. They are still homeschooled, okay? I put that out there, but I have to be more. And even though we don't have to keep track of, we don't have to keep track of everything. We need records. You guys know where they're going eventually. And I need records because I heard the, story so many times. Somebody go to put their child in school and they have been homeschooling for, whenever, and have them in this grade. They get them to school and then they want to put them back. And a lot of people are it upsets them, crazy because of that. But again, I see a lot of people, because the kids are homeschooled, they want to put them in the 12th grade and the kid is 5. Be real. Okay? Be real, y'all. Be real. It don't work like that. The child's not even mature enough, okay? So for my own, I need everything. I need my records and I need everything there so I can, when the time comes, I can say, here, I have this, and I have this. They can be tested. They don't have to be tested until 3rd grade by my watch. It's that time. So I need to be on the ball because technically they could put them back if they wanted to and they didn't have the space. So I need everything just in there and accessible so that I can follow. And the fact that I've been following the district scope and sequence, teaching them all along, really, really, really helps. Let's see. Go back to Aisha. Hey, homeschooling newbie. Hey, everyone. Thank you for joining. A Blackwell says, "Hey, Daisha. So yeah, I just well, so it maybe if I only had one, I wouldn't worry about putting it in a planner and just do the spiral thing. But I need to, I'm A type and I need things organized. So yeah, I would have drew lines all over the spiral anyway. Um, but yeah, it just really helps to have something already pre, pre done for me, so I can just pick the book up, say here, and that's the reason why we do notebooks, so many notebooks, because it's so easy to keep track of their work. Because sometimes I would give them stuff and it's like, what did y'all do? What did we do? We didn't do anything. And I know we did stuff because I would be tired. They would be tired and they could tell me. And I'm like, oh, you know what? Let's just put this in the notebook. That way it has a place. I'm not just printing out in, paper to go in the trash. And we have that record. So, and they have a reference. They like the fact that they can make their own books. Yes, homeschool of one here. Hey, girl, I wish. I wish. I don't know that it's any simpler with one, but because I know, I understand how anybody homeschooling is a job, whether it's 1, 2, 5, or 10, it's a job. So, but I know it can be done. It can be simplified. You guys, it can be simplified and not stressful at all. And that's where I'm at in my life right now. I'm so over the uh, the hustle and bustle of it all. I want stress free everything. The kids want stress free everything. And I just sit there with them and we do what we have to do. And it's pleasant and nobody's screaming. And, that's how it is. And I hate to not hate, but I don't want to come across as facetious, but I'm not stressed out and they vibe off my energy. So it's really relaxed around here, but we get everything done. So for those of you that, the kids having meltdowns, relax. Watch your tone yourself. We're talking about planning. If you don't ever plan anything or you don't have any type of plan, and you think everything is fine, why don't you try a plan, even using a spiral, and see if that just makes a little bit of a difference. You might find that it makes it a little bit easier. Try something new. You never know. If you if you forget things, try writing something down sometimes. A lot of people are so tech savvy, they're putting it in their phones. The difference is when you're inputting things on the computer, even if it is a planner, or into your phone, you don't remember long term. Just like when you use a computer, you're so busy flipping pages, surfing, you forget. You could be on here for 10 minutes, and in 10 minutes, you will have forgotten. Because, see, what happens is you go to find something. 10 minutes later, you're completely somewhere else, and you can't remember where you started. It's because your mind on a computer is working like 1,000 miles per hour, and you're not retaining anything. But when you write it down, that's why I write so much. When you write it down on a piece of paper, you will remember that. And you don't have to worry if you don't have Wi-Fi, internet, all of that. You got your notebook. Because, computers, internet, all that stuff is not reliable. But that's a great idea, notebooks. So, yeah, I just try to keep them um, all over the place, all over the place. They going for I know I showed you guys a lot. I still have a lot of them. But going for a quarter now. And I'm like, that's still too much. So I need to Miss Freeman. I'm going to Target probably Monday. And I was sitting there looking at your haul, but yeah, I'm going over there probably Monday. I didn't. I was so happy. Tax-free weekend started last Friday. I was sitting here just window shopping and stuff like that. I was not about to go nowhere because it was just crazy. And school started Thursday. So, and I'm not gonna say I didn't. I didn't go. I went to the store Monday. I think it was Monday or Tuesday. One. Yeah, because son needed some couple things, so I had to go get him a couple things, and I might go back Monday and get him the rest of what he needs. But yeah, I was not trying to go buy anything, and I think I might get him a little some kind of planner. He's the type that needs a what have I been seeing? And they have them everywhere, but I've been seeing a lot of people show the little Dollar Tree planner thing, little student planner. He needs a little student planner because it has the dates and stuff in it. But the other kids, they can just use a spiral and they'll be okay. Got somebody trying to open my door. May I help you? Really? Can it wait? Hold on. Let me see. Where is it? It's on your foot. Oh, hold on. It's right there and it hurts. She has a hangnail. Let me see. Everybody in here. Clippers. Have any? What happened to all my nail clippers? Seem to have. Can you move back? Gee. Oh, she all up in the business. Okay, make sure you vlog it. I'm gonna try to. Say it's nothing spectacular. Give me your foot. Touch your toe, but I can do it without touching your toe. Is it good? Okay. She's slamming the door. Oh goodness. I know. Target Bullseye Spot has a teacher plan at $3. It held me up for last year. Okay. I'm not good. Usually I'm good. Mine don't get damaged or anything. So I don't have to go, making too many backups. But that's good to know. Hey, pretty girl. Well, thank you. I will let her know. But yeah, if I can, if it's something that's if it's cheap and it does the job, hey, I'm all for it. You guys know me. When I talk about stuff, I try to show you guys how not to spend the money and get the same effect. I know money is a hot commodity for everybody. So yeah. Oh Lord. Anyway, let me see. Okay. Oops, so what did I do? Yeah, okay, so you're using the Target planner. Cool. Yeah, I want to think back to I've been trying to just think back to what I used to do a long time ago with the older kids and just try to keep those things implement it, because it seemed like, not that I'm not doing it, but a lot of that stuff I forgot, when they were that age, because of the age gap between the kids. Um, it seemed like I just cannot remember all the things, and then sometimes I remember, oh yeah, I used to do it like this, or I used to do it like that, and it just, was simple and it worked. So I'm trying to go back to that and not uh, let all this new stuff just, take over my mind. Even the room you guys watched, if you, I shared getting a library together, and I told you all that it's not a homeschool room per se. And the field that I was going for before, I mean, I took a lot of the color out, and you guys know we refer to that room as the library. That's just, we've always had a library, a study, or something. And that's what it is. We don't say homeschool room. We don't even use the term homeschool, if that makes sense. This is just our way of life. And so that room is for everybody. It's a library. We learn, we live life. We don't homeschool. I just, that term, it just, I don't even want to be attached to it, because it's a stigma behind it. It causes too many, I don't know, it just seems like so much chaos behind it, y'all, for real. I don't know, that may have gone over some of y'all's heads. I don't know, but it just seems to, because the term, homeschooling back in the day was not what it is today. And right now, it's too much, and I don't want to have any parts of it. It's just too much. It's like a dog and pony show. So, you know, um, we just gonna keep to our boring little library and do what we need to do, and that's it. I will share. I will continue to share, but again, if that room sit empty, it's going to sit empty. Of course, I'm working on it. What I have to do is, because we got rid of all of the shelving and whole bunch of stuff, I had to find something that I really wanted, not necessarily a bookshelves, or not shelves, bookcases, um, but something that is going to carry over, because you guys know we're building this other house, and it's not going to look like that either. So I didn't want, because I don't know exactly how it's going to look, I don't want to commit to full out going to somewhere and getting all these bookcases. I just don't want that, because I might not want it. And 100% wood is expensive. You guys know we don't do IKEA, so I can't commit to that. So I'm looking for something that's going to house everything in a solution. And then the thing was, okay, let's just get crates. I mean, I'm fine. Aesthetically, it's fine, because it's not something long term. The crates work. I used to use crates. So build a wall of crates. I don't care. It's just going to get the books where they need to be, and does, what it needs to do. But yeah, if anybody is opposed to that, hey, you could donate to the room. Uh, but no, I found a solution. I just need to make sure that it's actually if one system, do we need one, do we need two, and how many? It's still going to involve crates, and I'm still, I don't know, the me and me, I'm looking for wire crates, and that's going to set us back. But I could just use some basic plastic crates, but they're going to be black. Y'all's no colors. They're going to be basic black. So I think it's going to look really cute once I get it all together. It's just going to be something different. Just thinking back how I used to do the rooms and stuff like that. But yeah, that's where I've been, with planning that. That's good. I get it, cause causes people to look down their noses at you. Yeah, yeah. They really do. A lot of people don't even understand, the homeschooling uh homeschool. They just think, oh, they're ignorant, and that type of thing. We just do school at home. And that's another thing. A lot, oh, you don't want to do school at home. Why not? Why not? Now, you don't want to replicate. I don't want my room to look like a classroom. I want to look like we live here and we learn because we learn. That's the difference. I don't want it to look like a classroom. And then I have kids of varying ages, and I have to consider that stuff that I had. I mean, it still could work for them. But again, they're getting older, and I don't want that room to look kiddie. Even though I have a 4-year-old, I don't want all that little colorful mess floating around the room, little mess on the wall, because the older kids are going to feel like it's too kiddish. And I see that a lot too. People have older kids, they have little kids, but the room still looks kiddish. So it looks like it's more for the younger child than it is for the older child. And we have teenagers too. So it has to reflect everybody's style. So they're going to have, some little stuff, and you saw the rug on the floor and, stuff like that, little touches. But I'm not going to have that stuff hanging again like I did the mobiles. They serve their purpose. All the stuff on the wall. No. We got the chalkboard and we got the whiteboard, and that's it. And when I decide where to put the shelves, units, I will hang the stuff. I got the strips, but then I thought, I can't really hang it till I know where I'm going to, how I'm going to situate the room. If that makes sense. But, you guys, the boards, Home Depot, $10. And they're already pre-cut. So, I don't know if you guys know that, but you can go to where they have the stuff that's, what do you call it, building material and stuff like that. They're usually in the little slots. This stuff is already pre-cut. It's chalkboard and whiteboard material. And do I want it framed? No, I'm not going to frame it because I learned from the last time. It didn't make sense to frame it. But I'm going to put something around it, but I don't want the hard frame. So I agree. But yeah, other than that, trying to get that together. The books, it's just books in there. Obviously everything is not in the room yet. As there's somebody asked, and I think I forgot to answer. Hopefully they're gonna watch this, but those bins are just bins that we just keep for whatever, and I just threw those books in there. That's how that stuff has been in there. You guys know when you move, you just throw stuff anywhere. They don't. I mean, yeah, one was clear and one was black, but they have no significance. I just threw them in there because there was nothing in the bins, and I needed somewhere to put the stuff. So, that's the stuff we use like most often. So that's what's in there, and they have their little baskets, and that's what's working for now. But we don't really sit up here and do a lot of stuff. We sit downstairs. The tables are downstairs. I'm probably gonna get a table, maybe a small one up here, and floor pillows, because mainly what they do is read, because it's a library. They do all their silent reading. You guys saw on Instagram the library books and stuff like that. So we don't really need it to the whole classroom type thing. We don't need all that. We don't, the dining. You guys see the dining room? That's where we you bring your stuff. I switched out the way they do their work boxes. I had the little wood unit or compressed wood unit that I picked up at Goodwill years ago for like $5. I got rid of that, even though it was cute and the little colors and all of that, but I got rid of that, and now they just have the their little personal bins. And if you guys did watch that video, I know it was only 6 minutes, but you saw them stacked up. I went and got some more of them from Costco because I like them, and I had them other places. So that's what they use, and so that helps me, and that's what I keep my stuff in, and how I've been organizing the papers and stuff like that. Because I'm telling you, I'm just planning period is enough to keep you busy, but having to manage a lot of things, that's just a whole lot. And it just was causing a lot of, it was time consuming. So I had to, make sure I have stuff just completely written out and organized to where I could just grab it and go. Because if I miss one little detail, oh dang, I forgot to do this or I forgot to do that. I don't know if you guys are like that, but yeah. Let's see. I'm trying to think, is there anything else I want to talk about? Have I been putting up vlogs? No. I think I've been doing something maybe every couple of days, and that's just been on purpose. And I think I gave you guys 2 in one day. It's because we've been busy, and I do have stuff I need to get on it, and we don't really. Let's see. We're schooling year round, but Monday and Tuesday are very. We're not doing anything on Monday, and Tuesday is very, very light. But the rest of the week, we pretty much do. We probably take like some of Saturday, and that's it. So again, very relaxed. And the reason I can do that is because of the curriculum, and I'm using, air quotes. The curriculum affords that. It's not rigid and structured at all. And it's working. I mean, just the growth, somebody, I showed you guys yesterday on Instagram, those of you that are following, and somebody asked about the grammar sheets. And then she said she was going to text me, and I answered her. That was from the Teach at Daycare curriculum that I shared, the language arts. I can't remember. I hope I said it, but I honestly can't remember now that she brought it up. That was from there, and it was cursive. And because I said it before, and I thought maybe if you watched, she offers a lot of her material. If you purchase the disc, she offers it the same thing. Print, you can have the print or the cursive. So for the 7-year-olds, I use the cursive version, and for the little kids, I use the print version because the older ones are learning how to read. They're learning how to read cursive, so it helps them with their reading of the cursive because we use McGuffey's, and then the McGuffey's readers. The slate work is in cursive, so they really, really have to be able to read that cursive. So that's what we're doing with that. And again, those are so simple. That's not the only thing. It just complements what we do with our actual curriculum. But it's fun. They get excited. To work, and there's just no pressure. You can see LOL 2 weeks behind you. Oh, okay. I haven't been on here much for the summer. I was running behind. Yeah, I'm not on here. Those of you that have kept up with everybody, kudos. I will try to, based on a response. If I get questions, if I get comments, I will. But if I don't see any, I don't like to come on here for nothing. I don't know. I don't want to. You guys know everything I do has to be intentional. Okay. I don't want to waste anybody's time. I don't want to waste my time. And if I really don't have anything helpful, I just feel like I might as well just keep it. So, but I don't mind if you ask me you have a request, then I'll go ahead and honor that request within my time, get it done, and yeah. But other than that, I know I don't I don't like to hold you guys on YouTube, and I'm not, just saying you just sitting here watching me. But hey, life is passing. Life is passing by. Get out and explore. So, uh, hmm, trying to think what else. Like I said, you guys will see planning what you will see when I do share, and I keep saying it. And I promise you guys, the only reason why I have not shared that video, I didn't realize it, and I've been saying it for months, because there's so much I have to do to share the curriculum, because it's not just right in front of it. I can't just pick up a book. And then when I thought about recording it and the time and the interruptions, I'm going to have to get up one more. I might have to do bits and pieces and just put it together, because I know I'm going to get interrupted. But I thought, what was I thinking? I hate to disappoint anybody. I don't want to disappoint you, but I promise I am going to get it out there. But it's because I have to use the computer and I have to show you physically. So it's multiple. I have to flip through some things to show you. So, and then I do have the work. So that's a good thing. You're going to see the progress. I say the progress that this material, this curriculum has been, helping the children make for this past year. Because you guys haven't seen much for a whole year. I've been showing you bits and pieces. So you're going to see the progress of what they've been doing. But I'm going to seriously sit down and work on that. You guys know baby girl went to college this month, and so we had a whole lot of, I've been dealing with her, and it's very I don't want to say difficult. It's nerve-wracking because she had to go early, a couple weeks early, and they officially start in a couple days, but they can't have their phones. So we haven't heard from her. So it's like, you send your 18-year-old states away, on a plane, and you hear from them 2 times, and, or something, and that's it. And it's been weeks. It feel like it's been months. So that's where I have been. But I know she's okay. For the most part, I know she's okay. May I help you? Somebody's at my door. Oh, you messed up your ponytails and need to be fixed again.
Can we have some popcorn?
You have to hold on a minute, okay?
Okay.
Be careful, don't slam it. Okay. So yeah, you guys know I take care of home first before I come on here. But yeah, I am definitely going to sit and get it all together. I think I have a little bit of something, and I just need to finish with the other parts of it. But that's how I kind of do stuff. Sometimes I will vlog a little piece of something, and then eventually I'll put it all together so that I can get it out there. Thank you. You have been very helpful and thorough. Well, thank you. I really try to. I really try to. I pay attention, because some people say, I appreciate the help, here in the community, or, wherever, but then it's not very thorough. So I just try to be thorough. That's just my nature, you guys. I'm just a very thorough person, because I know I have questions, and when I watch things, if they're not addressed, it just leaves me to wonder. So that's just my MO. I'm just always complete. I'm a very detailed person. And I get that it may be long sometimes. I can be long-winded. But if I'm trying to explain something to somebody, you guys don't know. Sometimes people actually are coming to me and I'm really trying to explain it to them through the video. So, and that's because that's something that they've asked for. Not necessarily that you've seen the comment or the request or whatever, but they've asked me. So that's, where that comes from. Um, but yeah, other than that. I will continue to share the, how the planning deal is going. Like I said, this year it's a little bit, like every year, it's a little bit different. I'm a little more, you guys, I slack. I really do. Honestly, I slack with this planner thing because sometimes I forget to write the stuff down and yeah, but I have to be more intentional now and keep better, more details. A lot of stuff I shorthand, and because I'm the only one reading it, but I have to keep in mind that I'm going to have to possibly hand it over, so I have to be more detailed and write more things out. I can't just write, abbreviations and a page number. I have to actually write out objective wise and all of that stuff in the actual plan and not just my records. Because in the records, I do write the stuff out, but they don't have to see actual records. So, yeah. Anywho, big tip for anybody, if you are planning like that, I suggest that you be as detailed and thorough as you can. Because like I say, if you try to put your child in school for whatever reason, you're going to find out they're not going to, they're going to want to test that child, and could be good, could be catastrophic, you know. But again, I wouldn't try to move the child too quickly if you know that child is not, if you have not followed somebody's standards. Because there are certain things that I know that in the homeschool community we feel is valid, and we educate the children on that. Some things in school they feel is valid and they educate the children on that. But in truth is everybody, both sides of the spectrum, are educating the kids on useless things. And that's a lot of time spent on useless things. And some of the homeschool kids, it's stuff that I see that I don't see other people doing. And I'm like, why your kids don't know this? Why aren't you teaching this? I'm not, I don't know. Maybe I'm stepping on some toes saying that, but it's true. And then somebody says, well, I didn't know they were supposed to know that, or I didn't know that, or you're following the book and you think the book is going to help you. The book is a tool. You shouldn't use any curriculum. Open it up and let that be it. You have to use some common sense. Okay, biggest thing I talked about was like writing. I don't see these kids writing still. I see some of them, but that's a very big deal. And just watching a child graduate from college, that is a very big deal. That's why I always stand behind that. Get these kids writing. They have to know the different types of writings and well. And it's going to take years to develop it. You can't just let them write it one time, this type of, paper and let that be it. They have to continue to do it so that they can develop that writing. So when you are planning that stuff out, I have to take that in consideration. That's a big one. I can't just plan all this stuff for a day and then we have to write too, because that could take a good chunk of time. Just the writing in itself. I don't like to rush the kids because I don't like to be rushed. So I don't know how you all do it. If it's just a block of time you set aside, that's what I suggest, but don't rush it. If they're not finished, don't, oh, well, you can finish tomorrow. No, because they might have some good thoughts in their heads, and if you don't let them get it down and you say come back tomorrow, they could forget. So if it takes, all day to get writing done and you don't get math or spelling or anything else done, let that be it. Let that work on the grammar. Just throw in the grammar with it. That way that's a lesson and you don't feel like you wasted the day. So it's always lessons, it's lessons within lessons to, to pull out of things. So, and I think my biggest thing with the planning is I'm just like I just talked about, I want to know how people plan things and things don't go as planned. And what I mean by that, if you're planning on, XYZ and your child is just not getting whatever it is you planned or, whatever's next, they're not getting that particular chapter in math, stuff like that. What do you do? How long are you focusing on it? Are you moving on just because the book says? Or you actually stopped, even if you have to reteach something, if you have to go back to the beginning of the book, do you all actually do that? So that's, I think that's also very helpful to other people, in the planning, to know that just because you are planning and you have a plan, you have to be flexible with that plan. If you're trying to teach parts of speech and that child is not getting it, obviously you cannot continue and teach them how to go on to write if they don't even understand what the parts of speech are. But you need to get that done. How are you implementing that? So some of that is, were you paying attention before? The curriculum you were using, where's the growth? Because the growth should come. They should be learning those things. So when I don't see things, I've been fortunate enough that everything I have chosen, I have seen growth. And I didn't, that's why I understand why people switch things. I just, what are you looking for? What was your expectation? I see the growth, and the things that are not in the, if it's something that's not in the, I tend to spend more time focusing on certain things because I know that it needs to be done. I don't just teach it, turn the page, turn the page, turn the page, just because that's what's in the book. So I guess that's where I'm getting that growth, and we've not had to switch, and throw out this curriculum like that, if that makes sense. But just switching things up. We didn't necessarily switch a curriculum. We finished a curriculum, turned it over, and doing things growth-wise, developmentally wise, for them, maturity-wise. They're able to do things differently because they have learned. And in my opinion, when you teach the child, to a certain age, and you taught them well, they don't really need you. There's not much you can teach them anymore. If you teach them all the basics, like, what is that thing? I learned all I need to know in the kindergarten or something. In essence, that's true. You learn everything, and whether it's whether you use it is what's going to determine. Hey, if hey Vicky, if whether you use it or not is going to determine, or how you use it is going to determine how well you learned it. So do not focus on the quantity of your work. You need to focus on the quality. Like I say, if you're trying to rush through, the assignment just to get it done, I wouldn't. If you don't have a plan, if you're not planned, you think you don't need it, try it. It might actually change something. Just try it for a little bit. I think everybody should have a plan. I think you shouldn't not have some type of plan and just go off the top of your head, because there are a lot of things in homeschooling that you can forget. And yeah, like I say, I forget stuff just from my older kids to now. I've forgotten things just from when I was in school, stuff that we need to learn. I just kind of, as adults, we kind of happen circumstance, oh, they're going to know this or they're going to pick this up. No, you have to actually show them to use this, if that makes sense. So, I'm just, just trying to get down to the, well, we are minimal. Down to the basics and what we have to learn. You know, what's it? Math, grammar, spelling, good citizenship. Gosh, and I always reading. That's it. That's it. And so many of our things just go right together. That's why when you see what I'm using, it's only one little, you know, two little, it's nothing. Because all of that stuff I can lump right together. And it all fits. So, anywho, hopefully, somebody has benefited, especially, from the first part of the, this first part of this video. And if you held up to the end, thank you. But definitely the first part, I have um, no regrets, at all. I just basically shared, and I don't like to, I can't even, I can't even say I'm bad mouthing because, like I said, anybody else, if this was anybody else and somebody did something, I hear it all the time. I hear it all the time. So I don't feel, I forgot the time. Hold on, y'all. The phone is ringing. It's vibrating. Hello? On the chat. I'm going to call you back in 2 minutes. Yeah, I did. Okay, bye. Okay, turn around. But I forgot the time I had to get husband off to work. Oh, okay. Well, I appreciate you popping in. But yeah, I don't, I feel like anybody, I feel violated, having to put the money out there and then get the response. And like I said, I knew, my personal opinions, impressions of the planner itself had nothing to do with the defective. And that's what needs to be understood. Because I know, again, I'm going to get so many, and I can't even, at this point, I don't even care. Because if you go somewhere and you get something and and it's not what you wanted, you're going to go back and complain. Period. Bottom line. And that's the same thing I'm doing. So it's out there, and I just wanted to share, and hopefully, maybe like I said, I'm open to looking at someone else. Someone else had the same issue. I'm just curious to know if they actually had the same issue, since they wanted to put their integrity on the line and put this in writing, that they knew that these planners came out the printer defected and they sold them anyway instead of giving people their money back. It's not like, did you not have time between the printing and the shipping? Because they were shipped late. So was that a problem? You didn't get them until late? You didn't have time to inspect them? Was that it? I don't understand that. Do they not care about their integrity, the good and the beautiful? I don't know. Did you put a good and a beautiful name on it? You should care about your integrity. That's all I'm saying. Anywho, I'm going to get off the soapbox. It is what it is. But watch where you put your money. I forgot. Let me get in here and call my husband back, y'all. I will talk to you all sometime next week. Peace out. Happy planning.